Welcome to the Odds Breakers, number one place for shared sharp betting information.
Welcome back to podcast 15 of 2019. I'm your host, Kiev O'Neill. You can tweet me at The Public Dog, and you can tweet us at The Odds Breakers. This episode is being sponsored by MyBookie.ag. For a 50% bonus, please visit MyBookie and use the promo code TheOddsBreakers. Terms and conditions apply. If you'd like to help us out with our costs, we would love to help you out. We were 76% last year in March Madness. Please visit theoddsbreakers.com and become a member at $12.99 a month, and you'll get our picks and premium picks before the line moves. For $2 more, you can become a patron subscriber and get the podcast early as well. If nothing else, please visit theoddsbreakers.com and become a free picks newsletter subscriber. All right, we're rolling out another podcast this week because we have some great things on the agenda that we have to cover. There is a lot of news in the NFL that I'd like to go over. And there's also a new site out there that I want to cover a little bit called Fanvest. They're like the stock market for sports. Basically, you buy teams and they all have value and they go up and down with how good they are, how much they win and lose. Kind of a cool concept, Fanvest, and they're going to be sponsoring us for March Madness. Want to go into something else? We are going to be kicking off a free NCAA tournament bracket challenge for all of you fans and listeners out there. Basically, all you need to do is go to cbssports.com, create a profile, search for the group, The Odds Breakers. Odds Breakers is one word, the space Odds Breakers, and join the group. Maximum 2 brackets per household. Meaning, if you have a wife and 10 kids, you can't have, 24 brackets. And, we will definitely, if you break those rules, then obviously it would disqualify you. But anyways, we are going to be giving out money and gift cards for this tournament challenge, and it's absolutely free for you to join. All you have to do is join, and we retweet our latest podcast and sign up for our free picks newsletter if you haven't already. We'll be tracking the retweet. Just take a quick snapshot of it and shoot it over to admin@theoddsbreakers.com. The prizes will be $250 for first place in the bracket challenge, $150 for second place, and $50 for third place. Absolutely free. You can import your bracket. Just get it out there. CBS Sports, The Odds Breakers, and you will be entered into some potential free money. All right. I want to get into some of the craziness that's been going on in the NFL here. Since we've been on, we talked a little bit about Antonio Brown, and then the Giants, hold my beer, go in and decide to trade Odell Beckham, whom they just signed a 5-year extension for $90 million back in August. What the hell are they doing? They got a first round, a third round, and Jabril Peppers. I mean, I think the jury's still out on how great or bad Jabril Peppers can be. But what the hell are you doing re-signing Odell Beckham and then trading him? Now you're going to have a cap hit next year of $16 million anyways. And the following year, you're going to get a $5 million cap hit as well.
Idiot.
Not only that, they let Landon Collins go as well. All right? They let Landon Collins go their best defensive player. And it just doesn't make any sense how they approach this, especially when you look at what they did in the draft. Landon Collins signs with the Redskins. And what they did is they drafted Saquon Barkley, and then they blow up the team. Why are you drafting a running back, and then you go and blow up your team? By the time they rebuild everything, and by the time they are ready to start winning again, Saquon Barkley is probably going to be beat to a pulp. No offensive line to protect him, no quarterback. People will be stacking the box. And then by the time you start winning from the draft and starting to decide to bring some players over to sign, Saquon Barkley's contract's going to be up. And he's going to be ready for a humongous world record deal. So I don't know what the hell the Giants are doing there. I think it's absolutely, they absolutely lost free agency. But at the same time, if you remember, I was one of their biggest critics of drafting a running back when you have to blow up your team. I always like to start in the trenches. I've said that many times. Build your trenches up, and then the second or probably third year, you get your skill positions, because by the time some of those trenches, those linemen come due, their contract is not going to cost you as much as a star quarterback, receiver, or running back. Those contracts are going to cost you more. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. But anyways, not my problem. So the Bears is my team, as you know, and I don't think they exactly did a lot in free agency. They lost Adrian Amos to the Packers. They did pick up Cordero Patterson, and maybe they're infatuated with Cordero Patterson because Cordero Patterson happened to score the most touchdowns against the Bears over the past 4 or 5 years on kickoff returns than any other kickoff returner. But he's kind of like, I guess, I can do everything guy. He's big. He can catch passes. He doesn't have the best hands. Special teams. You've seen Belichick use him in some plays. He's very skilled. I don't know how smart he is. I mean, he hasn't been a starter, and he was a first-round pick for the Vikings 5-6 years ago for a reason. But yeah, you can tell the reason they got rid of him is because for some reason he didn't work out. So he's a gadget guy is what I was trying to say. I don't know how he's going to fit in completely. But the Bears signed him and Mike Davis when the Bears definitely need a free agent, safety, and possibly a little bit more corners. I don't know if Bryce Callahan's going to be re-signing with them or not. They could possibly pick up Clinton Dix. So we'll see what happens with that. In some other moves, you got Tevin Coleman going to the 49ers. Not good for Matt Breida owners. Tevin Coleman, I thought he was just as good as Freeman pretty much. I think he's going to possibly take over that role over there. Got a pretty good deal. 2 years, $10 million the Niners got for him. Last year's McKinnon, he obviously hurt himself right away. But it's safe to say that the Niners are loaded with running backs. They had a ton of injuries last year. And I think that, Coleman's just going to add some fine depth to that team. And obviously, if Garoppolo can come back right away, this team's going to be dangerous again. They were everyone's sweethearts last year to win the conference, right? Kind of like everyone's public dog in a way. But obviously, that didn't come to fruition. And as soon as Garoppolo got injured, hurt his knee, that didn't work out too well. Now, let's cover a little bit about Le'Veon Bell. Everyone's saying that he got ripped off. Well, he ripped himself off by missing out on about $15 million because Pittsburgh did offer him $70 million, and he said no to it. And then now he got a $52 million contract. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, the fact that he's playing against real important to fantasy dynasty owners. A lot of people think the Jets are going to be really, really bad again this year. I'm probably going to just to tell you, forecast a little bit. I'm probably going to be a little bit contrarian to that. I really like Adam Gase. I think he makes something out of nothing. He's kind of a chicken salad type coach. You saw him in Miami. They gave away everybody, and he still somehow, gets to 7-8 wins every year with hurt quarterbacks and second-rate receivers, head cases. Somehow Adam Gase pulls through, and he knows how to motivate teams. They have some decent receivers with Anderson. And, I think that Le'Veon Bell could be a great weapon. My question is, I really do not know about Sam Darnold yet. I think, personally, the jury is still out on him. I don't think he has not impressed me as much as Baker Mayfield yet. I'm still not sure if he is a boom or a bust. So that is a big question for me going forward.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
The good thing, I really like what they did to their defense. They got C.J. Mosley. I think Mosley is a great player, and he's going to add a lot of depth there. So, to be honest with you, when that season win total comes out for the Jets, I might be a buyer on the over. I prefer to take unders when it comes to season win totals, but in this case, I think that everyone's going to be so low on the Jets, you might actually get some value there. They also signed another defensive lineman over there. They actually re-signed one. Henry Anderson. I'm glad that they did that. They need a big, bring back the big run stopper over there. Lastly, Mark Ingram went over to the Baltimore Ravens. That's not going to be good for Edwards owners, but I think he's still going to be kind of the second back over there. I think he has an opportunity to win the job out. He's pretty solid. He's not suspended, right? I think that Gus Edwards is definitely going to have his hands full, but that just brings more depth to the Ravens. But I'm not so sure I'm going to be high on the Ravens this year just because of their quarterback. Their quarterback needs to improve. He can't just be a running quarterback in the NFL. I've always been against that. I think John Harbaugh might be going a little cuckoo over there. I don't know what's going on. One more thing that I forgot is that Kansas City cut Justin Houston, and they traded D Ford, over to the 49ers. Now, in such a bad defense, I don't understand why you get rid of your best guy. 13 sack season last year. I understand the Justin Houston for cap reasons, but their defense sucks, and it might have got worse. Sure, they signed the honey badger at safety, Tyrann Mathieu, but he's injury prone, and I don't think that's enough to replace what they lost. So Kansas City just might be one of those over teams that we keep betting over and over, just like last year. So I guess if you recap what happened, I think the Jets are going to be okay. The Niners have improved. I think that Cleveland has the craziest skill positions in the whole league, possibly. As long as Baker's great, they're going to be awesome. I even like Callahan, their wide receiver. And now you have Landry, Odell Beckham, Chubb, possibly Kareem Hunt. It looks like they won the free agency already. It's over. Stick a fork in it. And the Giants, once again, the worst in free agency. My question is now, are the Giants at least going to be smart enough to go and find in the draft a franchise quarterback?
Hell no. to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, 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 no.